Black Ops 7 is here. It's been out a little over a week, and it might be one of the most controversial and underperforming Call of Duty launches we've had in years. Today, we're covering the campaign problems, the multiplayer matchmaking drama, the skill based matchmaking lies, zombies, and early sales numbers compared to Black Ops 6. Let's get right into it. The biggest complaint at launch is the campaign. Black Ops 7 story mode is always online, it can't be paused, and it has almost no checkpointing. If you disconnect, you have to start over. Need to go AFK? Too bad, you'll get kicked for inactivity. The campaign was clearly designed around co op, so single player runs feel stretched out and repetitive. Critics say it has great set pieces, but players are furious because the basic quality of life features people expect from a COD campaign just aren't there. And when your campaign feels more like a live service mode than a story experience, the community notices, and they showed it in the reviews. Next up, multiplayer. There's a lot to go over here, so please bear with me. The big headline was Treyarch saying matchmaking would use open matchmaking with skill only minimally considered. So, what does that mean? It means skill based matchmaking is still there, but it's way lower on the priority list behind connection, region, and lobby fill. Skill only gets used as a final tiebreaker. Basically, it should feel more like the older CODs with a mixed skill lobbies instead of sweatfest matches. But here's the problem. The community does not trust Activision when it comes to skill based matchmaking. For years, Activision denied or downplayed strict skill based matchmaking, even when the players were clearly being thrown into sweatier lobbies after doing good. Data miners found hidden performance metrics. Devs said things like, "We don't use traditional skill based matchmaking," which felt intentionally vague. And patents surfaced describing engagement based matchmaking, even though they claimed it wasn't used. So now, when Treyarch says minimal skill based matchmaking, players respond with, "Cool, but we've heard this before." The community feels burned out because the company has a long history of messaging that doesn't match the actual experience. So players are watching Black Ops 7 closely to see if the open matchmaking stays open or tightens once seasonal metrics kick in. Players have also noticed that in the open beta, matchmaking took only around 3 to 6 seconds to be loaded into a match after Activision added the open matchmaking. After launch, players are reporting that it takes anywhere from 30 to 50 seconds just to be loaded into a match in the open playlist, the same as the standard playlist, where skill is heavily considered. With those longer matchmaking times, players are insisting that something is manipulating the matchmaking system and that skill is not truly minimally considered. And here's the part that fuels the biggest firestorm around skill based matchmaking. The community straight up does not believe Activision when it comes to matchmaking. And honestly, that's not coming from nowhere. It's based on years of what players see as misleading statements, inconsistent messaging, flat out gaslighting around how the system works, or even completely denying it. Zombies is back and has way more content and modern features, but the community is kind of split. Some people love the evolution, others think that it's drifting too far from the classic round based zombies. The good news, Treyarch seems to know this, and they're reportedly working on more classic style modes to keep both sides happy. Bad news, like everything else in this game, it's wrapped in live service design decisions players are getting tired of. Now let's talk about player reception, because this is where the game really shows its split personality. Critics versus players, two different worlds. Critics were generally positive at launch, praising the production value, the visuals, and the big campaign moments. Players were way harsher. Steam reviews came out mixed to negative almost instantly. Uh, they weren't necessarily about the story or the gameplay, it was the basic quality of life issues and technical problems. Stuttering, inconsistent frame pacing, shader complications, random crashes, input lag on mouse and key, audio desync, and cutscene bugs. Constant reports of broken lobbies or long matchmaking times on PC. The campaign backlash made everything worse. A lot of negativity wasn't even technical, it was emotional. Players felt like the always online campaign was disrespectful, like Activision forgot what people want from a single player experience. You can feel it in the reviews and Reddit threads. People aren't just annoyed, they feel burnt out, unheard, and fed up with the live service direction. The result? You end up with this weird contrast. Reviewers calling it polished and ambitious, while the actual player base is saying it's one of the most frustrating COD launches in years. It's not a quote, bad game. It's a game surrounded by decisions that keep pulling players out of the fun, and that disconnect is why the reception is so divided. Now, let's see how the game did compared to Black Ops 6. Let's go over some of the numbers. Early data out of Europe shows Black Ops 7 had significantly lower launch sales than Black Ops 6. In some regions, 50% or more down, and well behind Battlefield 6's debut. But Game Pass kind of complicates everything. Lots of players are trying the game through subscription instead of buying it outright, so traditional sales look worse than the actual player count. However, with the recent increase of the Game Pass, who knows how many people are actually playing through Game Pass? Still, even with the Game Pass, analysts are saying Black Ops 7 had a noticeably softer commercial start. Activision is definitely watching this closely. So, that's Black Ops 7. Ambitious, messy. Some people say it's fun, more people say it's frustrating, and it's more divided than ever. Let me know in the comments. Do you think skill based matchmaking is really minimal this time, or is it just another PR lie? Like and subscribe if you want a deeper breakdown around the Black Ops 7 drama, and stay tuned for more.